Right now, a lot of people feel lost. Not just one or two people, but the entire groups of people in our generation. People who don't really know what they're doing with their life, where they're going, or what their purpose is. And the strange thing is that this has slowly become normal. If you look around today, a lot of people are just drifting through life, scrolling on their phones, chasing temporary things, and not really thinking about where their life is actually heading. And I really think one of the biggest problems is that nobody really talks about this honestly. So in this video, I want to talk about why so many people feel lost today and what we can actually do about it. The reality is, when I looked around at people my age, I noticed something that's becoming really common. A lot of people don't actually have a real direction in their life. They wake up, go through the day, scroll on their phone, watch videos, play video games, hang out, and then repeat the exact same thing the next day. No one's living a life knowing that one day they won't wake up. No one's ever living that life. It doesn't make sense. I admit in the past I was like that. I was just, not thinking about, what happens if I die tomorrow. I never thought about that. Just took every day as it was, sad, miserable, etc. And if you want more detail on that, my testimony was a previous video on this channel, so go check that out. And slowly days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. But the scary part is that when you're living like that, you don't even realise how much time you're losing, because everything feels normal in the moment. And I think everyone has moments like this sometimes. Where you tell yourself you'll start taking life more seriously tomorrow, and then tomorrow you'll be more disciplined, tomorrow you'll focus more, and tomorrow you'll start building something meaningful. Tomorrow keeps getting pushed further away. A lot of people feel lost today, not because they're incapable, but because they're constantly distracted. We live in a world where your attention is being pulled in 100 different directions every single day. I'm the exact same. Everything is trying to promote you to go do that instead of focusing on yourself. Examples of this are social media, endless content, and constant notifications. It's an interesting one. And when your mind is always distracted, it becomes really hard to focus on purpose. If you think about it, most people start their day by checking their phone. I do that, I admit, I need to stop that, but I do always do that looking back at it. But before they've even fully woken up, they're already scrolling through social media, messages, or videos. And then that pattern continues throughout their entire day. Every free moment gets filled with more content, more scrolling, more distraction. And the problem with this isn't just that it wastes so much valuable time. The real problem is that it stops people from thinking deeply about their life. Because when your mind is constantly filled with noise, you never really stop and ask important questions like, where is my life actually going? What kind of person do I want to become? And am I building to something meaningful? No one asks those questions anymore. Another reason so many people feel lost today is because comfort has become the main goal. Everything around us is designed to make life easier and more comfortable. And comfort itself isn't a bad thing. But when comfort becomes the main core value of life, people stop pushing themselves. The things that actually build purpose in life, discipline, responsibility, and growth, are usually uncomfortable because they require effort, patience, and sacrifice. But when someone spends most of their life chasing comfort, they naturally avoid the uncomfortable. Comfort is one of the biggest traps of our generation, because when life becomes too comfortable, people stop challenging themselves. They stop growing. Over time, that comfort slowly turns into emptiness, because deep down, people were created for more than just comfort. I also think another reason people feel lost today is because many people have lost a sense of deeper direction in their lives. When someone doesn't believe their life has a real purpose, it becomes very easy to start drifting. Because if life is only about temporary things, entertainment, movies and money and status, those things never truly satisfy you for a very long time. You might achieve something or experience something new, but the feeling fades quickly, and then you find yourself searching for the next thing to fill that emptiness. The good news is that feeling lost doesn't have to be permanent. In fact, sometimes releasing that you feel lost is actually the first step towards finding direction. Because once you become aware of your problem, you can start making different choices. That might mean being more disciplined with your time, spending less time on distractions, focusing more on the things that help you grow as a person. So, if you're watching this and you feel lost right now, no sense of direction, you're definitely not alone. Sometimes I have felt like that in the past, and sometimes I've felt like that recently. A lot of people in our generation feel the same way, even if they don't talk about it. But your life still has direction and purpose, and the small decisions you make today can slowly shape your future you build. Sometimes the biggest changes start with the smallest decisions. Start taking your life seriously now, and your future self will thank you for it. And I thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.